During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have my penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And a very early Merry Triple Xmas to you. It's everyone's favorite anti-communist comedy show, Revenge of the Cis. It's shit posting in talk radio form. And I am Mike Sheely, a.k.a. the man whose Christmas stocking is full of cigarettes and implosive anger. And with me is Royce Lopez, the man trying to bring the moss back into Christmas.
Trying my best.
And yeah, with us today, Cousin Joe, 2 in a row.
Two in a row.
The
Hi
Cousin
again.
Joe Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
A fine
course.
radio program that you can catch intermittently
Mediocre,
on
but thank you.
morelikeradio.com. Hey, you're the star of the Doug Stanhope book, brother.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah,
we're not
we're
in the
not.
Doug Stanhope book.
This is very true.
You're the hero.
So, this is our last episode before we head off into the sunset and go on cruises and
Yeah, in New York.
hang out in shady towns in New York with your old high school enemies and possibly get stabbed in some shitty bar. Everybody's got stuff to do this holiday season. It's going to be fun.
All sounds like fun stuff.
Yeah, you know.
The stab part, especially.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's like Royce and I like to remind ourselves where we come from around Christmas time. We like to be with our families. Now, in Royce's case, that means, hey, let's go on a cruise, have some fun, and be with our family and eat some good food. In my case, it's I may not make it out alive. It's generally every time we do this. So, you know, but it's like, you know, it's like being a kid again. It's exciting.
Yeah, you might die. It's great. You might get molested. Sounds like a great family gathering.
Yeah, you might get sold some fucking bad pills that turn out to be fentanyl. You know, whatevs. Lil Peep.
Lil
shout
Peep it
out.
up. All right, R.I.P. Pour out some scissor for Lil Peep.
A very Peep Christmas.
A very
Coming
Peep
to you
Christmas.
this year.
Good grief. Little Peep did it again.
Oh, man. Too bad he didn't make a fucking... You know, he should have made a Christmas album instead of killing himself.
He should have done a lot of
A
things
Lil
instead
Peep
of kidding
Christmas.
himself.
Like, just... I want to hear fucking... Like
How about just like do what I do? Go to a doctor and say, "Hey, I have anxiety," and then you get Xanax that won't kill you.
Dude, that's not edgy enough.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't know...
okay.
Because it's not trill enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it trill. Is it still a thing?
I don't know what.
Is
I don't even
trill
know.
still a
First
thing?
off, I didn't even know it was a thing for it to
I've
still be a thing.
never heard of it.
What is trill?
Trill. It was like the Southern rappers would say it.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
It was like, I guess it was like a positive thing.
Was this a Bubba Sparks thing, or
I don't know, man. They change their fucking vernacular every other day. I still think a Lil Peep Christmas album, SoundCloud rappers all guest spotting on it, rapping about getting like Xannies in their stocking.
Track 1, puking on my vomit.
I like that.
Track
I like
2,
that.
it's Christmas and man, I'm sad.
Oh,
Fucking
and my
tired of these
And then
rappers.
he does a cover.
I meant choking on my vomit. I just caught myself a minute later.
He does 12 pills of Christmas, and that's fun.
These fucking rappers nowadays, they're all depressed and on pills. Like, at least the old rappers were like, I got a big dick, look at my Mercedes.
Yeah. And that's when weed was the edgy thing. So it's like, I'm rolling the blood. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Now they're all
so
just
is my grandma now.
now they're just eating school buses and shit talking the president. Rappers are boring now.
How are rappers any different than Al Qaeda at this point?
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
pretty much the same thing. I wouldn't want to sit next to either one in a plane.
I guess what we're trying to say, SoundCloud rappers, is you're the reason our troops die.
Is that you happy now on Christmas too? You're killing them on Christmas.
Yeah.
You happy?
Are you happy now, Lil whoever's left? There's a lot of Lil somethings. So
When is that going to get old? When are they going to stop naming themselves Little?
When people stop buying albums when they're named Lil.
I guess.
I mean, look, Bow Wow is no longer Lil Bow Wow, not making money anymore. That killed him.
About I was going to say,
he
still
moved
alive?
up.
Yeah.
He leveled up.
Everybody calls
Bow
that.
Wow.
Everyone calls
no
it the
one
Bow
knows
Wow.
him now.
Everyone calls it the Bow Wow curse. In many ways, worse than the Madden curse. Which means if you work with Jermaine Dupri, you will fail.
But also, as soon as you take the Lil away, then you never heard from again. I didn't even know there was a regular Bow Wow.
There is. He's not
It's the
Lil
same
anymore.
as Lil Bow Wow. He just got bigger.
He's adult sized.
But
Bow
no
Wow.
one knows of him.
He's
No one-
regular-sized
who
Bow
listens
Wow.
to- I mean, not that I listened to his shit when he was called Lil, but
Well, how do you know it's not good? He was in Tokyo Drift.
I know it's not good because it's Bow Wow.
He
What
was in
about-
Tokyo Drift. He's an actor too.
Yeah, what about Lil Romeo?
Yeah,
Lil
Lil
Romeo?
Lil Kim.
Lil Kim?
Yeah, Lil Caesar's Pizza.
Yeah.
You don't like pizza?
Lil Women?
Yeah.
I fucked one of those.
You fucked a midget?
I did.
Of course you did.
Not on purpose. It was a match date.
It had to have been on purpose.
Well-
was it two midgets in a trench coat?
I didn't meet her.
Were you raped by a midget? Because
Yeah.
now we're talking here. We got a good
I
story.
didn't know.
Hello, I am an average-sized person, not two midgets in a coat.
Oh, wait a minute. Was
Look.
it Kevin Spacey?
It was early.
Kevin Spacey do something to you?
Did Tom Cruise fuck you? He's short. He's a short man. He's a short man.
It was early Match.com days, and I'm not good. I'm not good at paying attention to details, so I didn't
shit.
read her height, and all of her pictures were just face up, and she had like normal face, not dwarf face.
It's not called dwarf face.
Yeah, and
What is
first of all-
called tiny retarded face.
Oh, excuse me.
And
Pardon
Be
me.
PC on this show, please.
And don't call it the old days of Match.com. Like there was some glory period where it was cool
Oh, there was
to
never
be on
glory-
Match.com.
No,
Like,
there was,
the way he
though.
implied it.
No,
No,
but-
it was the old days
Yeah,
of
no.
Match. We was all doing it.
There
I was on plenty
but
of.
some of us were out at bars meeting people like a normal human being.
I was on plenty
Oh,
of
see,
fish before it went
Oh,
mainstream.
see, I meant before Tinder.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't
some
talking
of us
about
left
being-
the house and used our words.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't talking about being human. I didn't mean
Have
that
you
at
seen
all.
his cock? He doesn't need to use his words.
Yeah, it's fucking Tinder now. Everybody's just ordering fucking sex like it's a pizza.
You probably qualify for a handicap sticker for the size of your dick. Swear to God. This is supposed to be somewhat political. So real quick, before we get back to this, so the tax plan passed the House. So everyone's freaking out because the tax plan.
What does that mean for me?
Well, I told you, you're probably going to save about.
glad you asked that, Joe.
I'm glad you asked that, Joe. He was looking at economic. I don't know. Look, you're going to save about 2 to 3% on your taxes every year,
Okay.
give or take.
Okay.
Do you
Well, how
pay
about this?
taxes?
Believe it or not, yes, I do.
Okay, well,
Just
then you're
because I'm
fine.
a guinea doesn't mean you have
No,
to ask me that
you're
question.
white. You're white, so I assumed you did. I just wasn't
All
sure.
right.
How about this?
You didn't
okay?
star in Blade, so I'm assuming you do pay for your taxes.
Trump
Yes.
basically pushed a bill through that basically is going to instruct the government to take less money
Away from us.
every citizen in this country.
Correct.
So that they can't reappropriate it to some fucking illegal Mexicans or whatever and their welfare and their bullshit. So yeah, there's no way to spin this as a bad thing. The government deserves nothing. They deserve nothing. And especially how they spend your money, how they utilize money. They deserve nothing with their track record. What he's done is a goddamn hero.
From the Hill. There are zero excuses.
Lauryn Hill?
No, I wish. There are zero excuses to stand against the Trump tax cuts.
What about the usual argument where, rich people now that should be sharing their wealth are now going to be getting tax cuts they shouldn't be?
The top 10% of people pay 90% of taxes. So the rich people already pay everybody's
So they're already
taxes.
fucked.
Now,
Yeah.
Now,
Okay,
now
okay.
Roy's starting to sound like Bernie Sanders.
The top 5% of the 4% of the 2%.
And what happens is you carry the one, and then the rich people, they make off the corporate taxes. Women like to be raped. They rape fantasies all the time. I wrote about it in my book.
What they don't tell you at the end of the Bernie Sanders emails at the bottom is a sent from one of my 5 iPads from one of my 3 mansions. So it's like,
From inside of my Audi.
yeah,
My fucking
I don't wanna
$300,000.
fucking hear it, Bernie. No, the tax plan's good, man. It drops corporate tax rates to 21%. They were really high. That's about the normal tax rate of across the country, and it's to put middle class taxes. Some deductions go away, so it's like teachers aren't going to be able to deduct pencils. I'm like,
Good.
yeah,
I'm
good.
glad.
Buy your own pencils. Get no money either. I don't care. I'm being accused of everything now, so I'm like, yeah, I hate teachers, whatever.
No, I
don't care.
kind of no, dude. Honestly, I'm friends with multiple teachers, and I hate all of them. I've come to that conclusion.
Why?
Well, hold on. Here we go. Why do you hate teachers,
There is
Mike?
a common thread amongst people I know who are teachers.
Okay.
And they're just the most insufferable, cunty, big government leftists I've ever seen in my life. Like, they are nanny state. Why isn't the government providing everything, including good feelings for the kids? They're the most fucking hippie, bullshit, loser people in the country. I fucking hate teachers. You know why they say those that can't do teach? Because they couldn't do something. And they teach. Who the fuck, honestly, what would somebody be doing if they weren't teaching 6-year-olds?
Fucking 6-year-olds?
Maybe.
Sometimes they do.
No, look.
But it's just teachers, they teach basic arithmetic to 7-year-olds, and then they want to talk down to everybody like they have tenure at Harvard. Like, teachers are the most insufferable people when they politically shitpost. Well, as a teacher, I'm no. Let's be
here
fair.
comes Mark Levin.
First of all, sir, you're an elementary school teacher. You provide literally no service to this world.
But Mark,
I'm not finished,
Okay.
sir. What do you think that Hillary Clinton would have done with all of her Goldman Sachs buddies out there cutting taxes for rich people?
I think that
Sir,
but-
you're an idiot. Get him off my phone. I'm not going to do this today. Every Mark Levin bit ever. He just yells at people and hangs up on them.
Okay, look. I get what you're saying, and obviously professors bother me more than like high school teachers and elementary school teachers. They don't bother me. Someone needs to teach the kids, right?
Teachers stink. They do.
All of them.
90% of you have fucking ruined this country and the children that are in it. Yeah, the parents are responsible too.
Look how he said children. They ruined him. He can't even say that right. Thanks, teachers.
You ruined all them children. And then now my man's in them. He can't get a good job up in there. No, look.
It's 'cause your man's in them was in jail 5 times, and it were felonies.
Okay? Stop saying, like, well, it starts at home. It's the parents' fault. I get it. Shitty parents have left kids vulnerable to getting programmed by stupid fucking idiot teachers. But guess what? Yeah, it's the parents' fault for letting it happen, but you're still doing it. You're fucking stupid. All of you do this shit where you're like, I don't try to influence my kids. Yeah, every goddamn single one of you does, and stop it. Stop pretending that you don't. Stop pretending like you don't insert ideas into these children's heads at an early age.
There's some conservative teachers. I'm friends with some. Steve, our buddy Steve, who always he's a high school teacher.
But
Yeah.
what are you worried about? How many 5-year-olds are going to hang on to whatever liberal views that they're being shoved down
Well,
there?
I guess the point is it's not just 5-year-olds, because then 6-year-olds and then 7-year-olds and then by the time high school teachers and by the time
as
you're
long
out
as
of
the
it.
cycle keeps going.
Right,
I mean,
like if it was just 5-year-olds, okay, whatever, they're all hippie losers. But I guess Mike has a point, then it goes into fucking college, and then professors are telling you, well, communism actually works because on paper. No, it doesn't. Fuckface.
Why do you think all these girls in college nowadays, they look like they have fucking Asperger's and they look horrendous and they don't even shave their body hair and all they do is scream at everybody about free birth control? Where do you think that came from? It came from K through 12 and then in that goddamn shithole college they went to. It's fucking programming. Teachers are garbage. Gas the teachers. That's what I say.
Whoa. Let's not gas the teachers. Okay? Look, to be fair, you're
No,
right.
I meant like walk past them and fart.
Okay, well, I'm with that.
No, yeah, I meant like crop dusting.
I like that. That's fart on teachers.
Good save.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what teachers make. That's what they turn people into. That shit.
Hammy in a wig.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh! I can't get that image out of my head now.
After Slim Fast.
Yes.
And that's not true because this person looks much happier than him.
I agree, but I will say that I think it's just teachers because they're but it's not like only teachers are fucking liberals. It's just people that usually go into the education field tend to be.
Most of them are.
Right.
Well, especially
I got
colleges, obviously.
I got enough of a scientific sampling group, just friends list and knowing people. They're all the most insufferable twats on the planet. They're the worst.
I have some teacher friends that I like.
That's fine. I've got a few that I like.
I was gonna
but
say, I think Mike's doing what I do. Is you meet one or two of a group of people and then judge the rest of them based on just those one or two people.
Yes,
That's how he figured out how to treat black people.
yes,
Yeah.
It's called fucking bigotry and self-preservation, and it's served mankind well for thousands of years.
Well, all right.
Gee, that guy doesn't look like all of the villagers inside of the wall, and he's carrying a sword. Maybe don't let him in the goddamn village.
Maddie says teacher unions are powerful enough to opt out of Social Security. That should tell you everything you need to know.
See, you're the worst. You're the
Wow,
worst.
I did not know that. That's new information for me.
The worst. And yeah. And he knows people in he's Maddie knows more teachers than all of us combined. Yeah, it's you guys are fucking there are certain aspects of groups in this country that I fucking hate. Like teachers with that insufferable bullshit. The other thing is like and I've talked about this on the show and got us in trouble before. Cops always have this thing where they act like they're in Fallujah every day of their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like
at the same time, dude, the climate these days, I don't blame them if some of them do.
No. But I'm telling you, got guys that work in, fucking small towns with three cops on the police force. And they're like, we're goddamn heroes, are you? Because you have a job that you can get straight out of high school. Like it's not, we're not going to space because of all these cops, teachers.
I thought you were more talking about like being afraid, to get killed at a traffic stop.
I just want to get plenty of hate mail throughout Christmas.
Well, he does. He always
up
does.
in New York.
After your fucking comments, and you'd rather have little boys get banged than girls,
First of all, I never said that. That's how words get
that's
twisted
what it's
around.
become.
That's what I
That's
heard.
what it's
Get
become.
into now. Marsh thinks if you're gonna bang kids, bang little boys. It's fine. They're fine. That's not what I said.
It sounded
Just
like
cut
it.
that for the next
I
intro.
said, and I
Just said
quote,
that.
and Royce even corrected me that day, and I corrected myself when Royce pointed it out. There's something about molesting little girls that just feels worse when you hear about it. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like you look at a guy that did that.
Well,
and
them
you're like,
molesting little boys?
yeah, like I get it. They're both horrible. But when you hear like, hey, molested an 11-year-old girl, you're like, you fucking piece of shit. Do you not feel protective over women at all?
Of course I do.
Whoa, now you're going the opposite way.
See, like how
I
I
feel
protected-
protective
No,
over
it's cool.
women.
You hate women. It's fine.
But
That's fine. That's also true, though.
If you don't subscribe to my theory, then you're just part of the patriarchy. Do you want to be part of the patriarchy?
More than anything. More than anything.
More than I want to be part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, I want to be part of the patriarchy. Thank you very much.
But I've been getting screamed at every day about that comment, and I'm like, I get it. I corrected myself. I just was seeing that when you hear these stories about a prolific guy raping little girls, it's just, I don't know, man. They're
I'll be
more
honest with you.
vulnerable.
I don't know if it's the same kind of thing, but if I see a news story where someone got shot and killed, like an innocent person, mugged, killed, right? If it's a woman, I feel worse.
That's what I mean. And if like you see a little girl,
No. It's not what you mean. I said woman. You said baby.
You did say
I
baby.
didn't say baby. Nobody ever said
You
baby.
said, and I quote, I'm going to pull back the tape in a second, and I quote, but you said, I, Mike Sheely, want little baby girls to get banged as often as possible by migrants in Germany.
Do you guys see what Trump has to go through? I feel like Sarah Huckabee Sanders right now. Nope, that's not what I said. And if you look, Royce, I'm not going to get into this with you right now, okay? I'm moving on. I'm not answering any more of your questions. Joe, do you have any questions?
No.
I have one.
No, we're done with you, Royce. We're going to go to Joe now. Joe, would you like to... You got anything you want to say to big old Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
Sarah, but why
big
you
old
wanna
Tim?
fuck
I'm done with you, all right? Get out of my press secretary room.
Should probably go to him. I don't have any questions.
I said I was done with him.
Have a goddamn question ready. Why do you even got this job, Joe? You come to White House, ain't got no questions.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Now, I better make sure you grab a little gift bag on the way out. I made them myself.
Oh, fuck.
Piece of my homemade pecan pie.
Well, guys, speaking of powerful women,
now that we've established this,
we're
the most hateable people
on the planet.
Right
I
before
like
Christmas.
teachers. I have nothing against teachers. Mike does, and little baby girls,
Obviously.
and boys. So, speaking,
This is exactly what Trump feels like when he's watching the news. I never said these things. I say enough actual incendiary things that you guys could have ran with.
You want another Diet Coke?
Yeah, let me get two, because the other one's probably just going to... I don't want you to have to come back twice.
Like the Dennis Reynolds. Yeah. I can only give you two at a time. Well, it's fine if you want to keep banging out trips over here to bring us more beers, I guess.
Okay. So you know how they made Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, and Ocean's 13?
Ooh, I've seen.
All right, so Ocean's 14 is coming soon.
Is this
Is
one
that
of
what
the
you're telling
prison
me?
pornos?
No.
No.
Ocean's 14 is not.
Because like you said, they made what?
You're right,
11,
you're right.
12.
Okay. See,
Look at this scene. What was the budget for this movie?
Tommy Wiseau had a bigger budget.
Seriously.
This is Ocean's 8.
Look at the quality of the scene. Look at that table.
Why
What-
go backwards?
You're thinking 8, maybe like they did a prequel or something of all
Right,
the guys hanging
right,
out. I get.
right.
That's what I thought too.
Maybe they're planning the thing before.
But just like real life,
Uh-huh.
when women take over something, they get 70% less. So that's why this is called Ocean's 8.
And apparently the production budget had that much less, too. Look at this shit. It's Ocean's 8 because they couldn't afford the other 3?
All right, so this is basically Ocean's 11 with an all-female cast. Is
Correct.
that what I'm looking at?
But it's Ocean's 8 because they couldn't get more than 8 women to stick together in one room without fucking fighting each other to the death.
Yeah, by the way, I just want to tell you this right now. 8 women headlining a movie. Statistically, 4 of them voted for Trump. How do you like them apples, ladies?
That's a good point. All right, let me play the trailer here. Hold on.
Are in a very, very different place. I fear Brexit at some point in the future.
Sorry about that. Like, I'm blowing up here. Something else was playing at the same time. I'm going to fix it.
You're a very popular guy.
Now let's play the trailer. Here we go.
Good afternoon, Miss Ocean. As you know, parole is a privilege.
It's a mistake, but it happened. And
She still
if I were
looks
to
hot.
be
I gotta
released,
say.
I would I would just want the simple life. I just want to hold down a job, make some friends.
Oh, this is going to
pay
be
my
so
bills.
bad.
Even if this was possible, you'd need 20 people.
7 people,
Why do you need to do this?
because it's what I'm good at.
Oh, this is
How
going to
long
be
would it
so
take you to make 7
bad.
pieces of jewelry?
5 or 6 hours.
How long if I told you you didn't have to live with your
Here's what I
mother?
want to know. What does that have to do with the other oceans?
Less.
Is there any connection to the previous Oceans movies?
Hold on.
Why
give it
even
a
call it
chance.
Ocean's 8? Why don't you just
Hold
title
on.
it something else?
Give Miss Congeniality a chance, all right?
No, I won't.
Listen, guys, if you're not gonna take this seriously, I don't know how women are ever gonna succeed in the workplace.
This is going to make the all-female Ghostbusters look like the all-male
all-female
Ghostbusters.
All right, here we go. We got it. It's fine. Everyone calm down, all right? Give it a chance, you bunch of fucking bigots. Thank you.
How long would it take you to make 7 pieces of jewelry?
5 or 6 hours.
How long if I told you you didn't have to live with your mother anymore?
Isli, तुम्हारे पास कोई पति नहीं है.
Oh, let me translate. Why aren't you shitting on the street like your father? Are you too good?
We wanted you to follow in the family business,
Of shitting in the
which
streets.
was emptying your bowels on the side of a street.
I think that's why they want to get rid of Apu from The Simpsons, because he sets too high a bar for Indians.
Less.
What's your name?
Oh, there's a hacker girl, dude. There's a hacker in it.
What's your name? Strong black female stereotype.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
Is she
gonna
played by
say-
Tyler Perry?
Of course, the hacker's black.
Oh, look, her mouse.
Because it's the most unbelievable.
Her mouse. Can you tell she's no
There are
nonsense?
no black hackers, okay?
Can I be
Let
honest?
alone black female hackers.
Oh, they said there was no black pirates. Look at Somalia. Now there's a bunch of them.
So now you're saying you hate black people and hackers.
Not today.
Okay, look. This is. He's not in traffic. This is her mouse. Is a pool
It's
ball.
a cue ball.
I'm telling you right now. How much
Yeah.
longer is this?
About a minute and a
40?
half.
About a minute and 40?
Yeah.
I have a feeling another 30 seconds of this, and I'm going to have to trash the studio. I can't do this.
That's fair.
I can't do this.
Ball. What's your real name?
8-ball.
Oh! Women are the worst!
Her real name, guys,
Girl power.
is 8-ball because black, like an 8-ball.
Dude,
But why is her mouse ball a 9-ball?
there is nothing more cringe than forced manufactured girl power. It's the word. It's seriously, it makes me uncomfortable. And not in that, oh, are you threatened, little man? No. I'm embarrassed for you ladies. This is there's how can you go to your own fucking screening for your own trailer and go, wow, we nailed it. Girl power.
Maddie
Fuck.
said when we were just talking about the mouse ball, he goes, well, at least it's not an 8-ball. Now, right now, the it's catching up, and he's seeing that her name is 8-ball, and I hope it's ruining his day.
I'd be really poor. What if we could make all this go away?
Remember when Sandra Bullock married basically a neo-Nazi and then was surprised?
Oh, yeah,
and then
that's
was
right.
surprised that he was a neo-Nazi?
Yeah, she was surprised, wasn't she?
She was surprised the guy that with the white powerish tattoos who built bicycle bikes.
Cheated on her with a yeah.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, he was a Dixie nationalist.
What if we could make all this go away?
Can I get my watch back, please?
Oh, I get it. 8-ball because she's a
Really
Continue.
good pool player.
Continue.
Really good pool player.
Continue. Oh, I was just gonna say she likes cocaine.
I am with my family. I told you not.
I'm in your garage. Do you want me to?
Whatever you do, don't make Sarah Paulson try to do an accent, because in American Horror Story, she has the worst accents. When she said British or nothing, it's just this dumpy-looking bitch has been passed along as she's some sort of pretty actress. This
All right.
cunt.
I think she's kind of hot.
Yeah, of course you do. 'Cause
Which
you have no
one's this one?
standards.
Which one's this one?
She's the bitch from American Horror Story. The blonde bitch from American Horror Story.
Yeah, I
That
guess.
narrows
I
it
don't know.
down.
Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Her.
Yeah,
Dumb bitch.
it's all right.
No, she's not.
Nice fucking Daenerys Targaryen eyebrows.
I'm in your garage. Do you want me to tell you how big the job
No.
is?
Sarah Paulson.
How big the job is.
Yeah, that's what
In
I
the
said.
chat. Oh, Charlie. Yeah, okay. That's.
Her name was Sarah Paulson.
You know, look, ladies, ladies, I want to thank you because right now you're going to make me say something that I have never said in all of my years on this planet.
You have
Where-
feelings?
Where's George Clooney? I've never asked that about a movie ever. When does George Clooney come in the screen?
I would forget George Clooney. I would take like a fucking B-list male actor at this point.
I hope Don Cheadle's character's in this movie and he blows all these whores up.
I'm praying for French Stewart. Forget fucking George Clooney.
I'm gonna help you, ladies.
Yeah, it's just it's fucking fine.
Fucking squinty autistic face.
I'll be back before you know it.
Can I come with you?
This is Mommy's very special work trip.
Mommy, you don't have a wheel job. You sit at home and make pancakes for me. What work?
You know, Mommy,
You
maybe
couldn't
you
get
would...
any attractive or young women for the movie?
Hey, Mommy, maybe if you were nicer to Daddy when he was around and appreciated him more, you wouldn't have to go on these special work trips.
I like Red Pill Toddler. With Rihanna. So she's in it.
Who is Aquafina?
The person who worked at the DMV where they got their licenses, I'm assuming.
Jesus Christ. Who thought that was a good stage name?
Aquafina?
Aquafina? Aquafina? I'm trying to fucking Read it phonetically.
AWKWAFIAN. So it's not even spelled like the water. It's spelled like the
It's
African.
spelled like a fucking abomination, just like this film is.
And Helena Bonham Carter?
Is Tim Burton directing
Met will
this?
be hosting its annual ball, and we are going to rob it.
Whoa! These ladies could play with the boys.
Yeah, the only thing you're robbing anybody of is Hollywood of its last shred of dignity.
Again, look, there's no casino. Why is this called Ocean's whatever? Why didn't they just make a new fucking title? What does this have to do with the previous Ocean's 11, 12, whatever?
Well, the full the full title was Ocean's Menstruate, but it was too big for the thing.
Also because all women movies are super weak in the box office and they never perform well.
So
So
they'll
you have to
latch on to
attach it
something?
to some sort of a
Yeah.
franchise so it's not completely dead in the water, which this is. This
Oh,
is
it
already
is.
dead on the vine. Again, Ghostbusters, the all-female version, people are going to be lining up to watch that over this horse shit.
Look, here's the thing. It's even you think it's not tough, but it's tougher for women because they only have 1 month to do it. Longer than that, their cycles line up, and then they fight and they'll bitch and they'll yell at you. You know, was that what you want?
Yeah, what would
And
happen?
then the dogs are going to smell the blood when they all walk in there. Come on, dude. Think for a second.
You're attracting bears now? It's a whole
should have
thing.
thought before I
You know,
saw
instead
it.
of 8
You're
women,
absolutely right.
you know who could have done this job?
One
man.
guy.
With a gun. One man with a gun would have walked in there and be like, give me the shit now.
Oh, fucking A.
Oh, I'm going to put a dress on. No, you're not. Fucking get out of here.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to watch instead of this movie? Guardians of the Galaxy 2 again.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you.
Fuck this movie.
Not the ball itself.
On the neck of Daphne Kluger.
Valued at
Anne Hathaway's pretty attractive.
over $100
million.
The 150 million, actually.
Revenge. It's a twofer.
James Corden is in it? No. Ew! I hate
Sure,
that man.
James Corden.
I fucking hate that carpool karaoke faggot. Oh, he's the male in the movie. That's right. They had to pick the most beta guy to make sure all the women were powerful. Because if The Rock was in that scene, he would have fucking fucked their mouths and robbed the diamond with his fucking muscle hands.
Yeah,
How did this make it into the theaters?
I don't like poor man's Andy Richter.
Equality.
Bugs me.
That's how. Equality's how it got in there. Allowing women to be equal is why this happens.
So bad.
This is like... I mean, do you guys
It's
realize...
like depressingly bad, honestly. It's
No, it's funny. I love watching...
not funny.
I love watching third-wave feminism fall on its face. It never gets old to me. I will watch
But the
these-
problem, Mike, is most people won't see this as a fall.
Are you kidding me? Gamergate, the fucking... the Ghostbusters movie? Trust
You don't
me,
think a
people
bunch
know.
of people are going to eat this shit up?
No, I guarantee you this movie is going to make about 40 mil, and everybody's going to go, Jesus, that was bad.
I mean, I hope so, but I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
no, this is going to be bad. This is bad. You think fucking, what do you think? $500 million worth of tickets are going to get sold so people can watch Aquafina fucking steal some jewelry?
Dude, these days,
and
I
be sassy? You going to watch Black Hacker Girl with the dreads?
all
Fuck
I'm
outta
saying
here.
is they actually put out a black version of the Honeymooners. All right, that got made. A production studio actually said, okay, yes. So if that could fucking happen.
the Honeycooners?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
So I'm saying.
And Trolita in the chat, we need an all-female Fast and Furious. They already had that movie. It was called Set It Off, and it was awesome. And it's the only all-female film that I can get through. Literally, the only one.
Twofer. Do not run a job in a job.
What?
This is going to be so bad. Bro, by the way, pause again. When your fucking trailer has this many quick cuts and no dialogue in it,
yeah,
it's gonna be a fucking stinker.
Yep. That's a good point. It's a lot of cuts of them doing activities.
And like one line.
And
here
failed
there.
punchlines.
Don't do a
Yeah.
job inside of a job.
And this dopey bitch from The Office, she's pretending she's a real actress now. This Mindy King, whatever her fucking name is. She's never made me laugh. As a matter of fact, nobody in this movie has ever made me laugh.
Sandra Bullock.
In what? Her life, I guess. Oh, that movie where she took in Precious and he became a football player. I guess in that one,
Miss
that was
Congeniality.
hilarious.
Anne Hathaway made me laugh when she was getting raped in that Larry Clark movie.
That was funny.
Miss Congeniality
Hilarious.
is a movie I can get through. I'm not saying it's fucking, amazing, but,
don't
Sandra, I'm not going to shit on Sandra Bullock. I'll shit on this movie, and I'll shit on the concept behind it, and I'll shit on those other 7 fucking loser broads. Yeah, I'm not going to shit on Sandra Bullock. I can't do it. Love that lady.
Taylor Swift? Can't we just go to this? Do we have to steal stuff?
Yes.
Is it genetic? Are the whole family like this?
Literally.
Yep, and you know what's going to happen? You're looking at a fucking... I hope Rihanna gets the Oscar nod. I think it's going to be good, you guys. I'm going to give... You know what? I'm going to give it an open chance. Like Roy said, I'm just going to be fair. I'm going to give it a chance.
I'm so exhausted after just watching
You don't
that.
want to watch fucking...
I want to take a nap.
You don't want to watch Charlie's Angels with a budget?
I would rather watch... I mean, like, if you told me all 8 of those actresses were just going to daisy chain for 2 hours, I would fucking be lined up around the block.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not going to watch you ladies do a heist. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to a woman talk that much if I'm not getting laid at the end of it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
There's no point,
Not
right?
happening. Especially 8 women talking.
8
Jesus.
women talking?
I've done stand-up before, and there's nothing worse than the bachelorette. This is a 2-hour bachelorette party. That's what this movie is.
How about this? You guys all freaking out about net neutrality? I want to pass a new bill. It's called broad neutrality, where all you bitches can't be more than 4 of you together in the same place, yammering on, because men are starting to kill fucking... Why do you think we live less than them?
Was this the fucking Ghostbusters guy make this?
I don't know who made
Paul
it.
Feig or Feig or whatever, or Fag, whatever his name is. Did Paul
I
Feig
think it's the
make
last
this?
one. I'm pulling up the IMDb right now.
'Cause he's always into that.
Nah, it was Gary Ross.
Oh, yeah, the Gary Ross.
I don't know what else he did. Let's see
I don't know what else he's ever going to do after this shit pile bomb that he's going to make.
I'll have you know, Gary Ross has done such films as Free State Jones.
What?
These fucking divas probably demanded, we're going to get paid as much as the men do. And you did fucking... I guarantee you the budget for this movie is outrageous, and it all went to
course
your
it is.
dumb cunt salaries so you could get Aquafina and Rihanna in the movie. And guess what? You're going to recoup about $50 to $60 million. It's going to be a goddamn bomb, and there's going to be months of press about how bad it was, and then there's going to be months of counter press about how alt-right trolls are destroying women in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Watch,
like
watch.
alt-right trolls destroyed Amy Schumer, not her fucking calorie intake.
Yeah, because it's the alt-right. Yeah, the alt-right are the reason why you can't have ratings on Netflix anymore. Not the fucking powerful woman that they put a bunch of money behind and got 1-star ratings on all her shit.
And now,
Is
really,
that really why they changed to
Oh,
a
yeah.
thumbs up, thumbs
Oh,
down?
it's completely because of
I
her.
had no idea why that happened.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah,
With that awful leather special, which
Yes.
I didn't even watch it, but I just saw the picture and I went, ew, and that was
And
it.
by the way, when a cow puts on leather, you still look like a cow.
She looked like Amy Schumer in that leather outfit. She looked like, you ever see one of those like car bras? That you have like the leather
yeah.
that goes over the front of like an old
fender,
sedan.
yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. What a fucking pig Amy Schumer is.
She was funny for like 5 minutes.
She was cute for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
She was
Young.
cute and funny at the same time. And there was a moment there where everybody was like, God damn, that
See
Amy
what
Schumer.
let that be a lesson to you people. Whenever you give a pretty and funny woman too much attention, they immediately become fat and stupid.
But yeah, they
And unfunny.
She
And
got
unfunny.
so many bad reviews that I think her special was down to like 1 or 2 stars.
Yeah, 1 star, 1.5. I
And
think.
yeah, and she came out and was like, "It's alt-right trolls attacking me." And then Netflix was like, "No more ratings for anything. Another leftist baby getting the fun stuff taken away for everyone."
I resent the fact that you're shitting on Amy Schumer, the plucky upstart comic that didn't have any breaks except for her uncle being in the fucking U.S. Senate.
Yeah, and probably blowing Jim Norton. Probably.
She absolutely blew Jim Norton.
But yeah, no, and fucking look.
She had to have.
I'm assuming.
Look. If one person were to come out and say, like, if we have detractors, it would be like if people came out and said Revenge of the Sis is a shitty show. And Royce and I were like, we're going to campaign all the way to the Supreme Court to make sure nobody's allowed to have an opinion about podcasts ever again because a couple of people thought we were terrible. That is the mentality of the left. It's like, we're going to take ratings away for everybody because people were mean to me. And it's like, Now you can't even tell if something's good on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now a lot, and now there's a lot of smaller projects that nobody is ever going to watch. Shit that nobody had ever heard of, but it was in Netflix. And you go, I've never heard of that before, but it had good ratings. And you go, let me check that out. It's got a high rating. And now all these indie fucking artists are not going to have their shit viewed because of that fat arm train wreck bag of shit Amy Schumer. I hope she's dead as we speak.
Apparently, there's a breaking news here from Fox. It says, White House says North Korea was behind massive WannaCry cyber attack in May.
I saw that earlier, yeah.
What was... There was a cyber attack in May?
The WannaCry thing. That was, when they would take over your computer, encrypt it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you wanted it back, you'd have to
do
pay.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay. They say North Korea was behind it. Here, I'll pull the video. Was there no words? Is this the video?
Malware encrypted and rendered useless hundreds of thousands of computers in hospitals, schools, businesses, and homes in over 150 countries.
I say it's time for a nuke.
Ransom demands, paying those demands did not unlock their computers. This was a careless and reckless attack.
All right, so basically that was North Korea getting funds.
So not even. Basically, that was we need to go to war with North Korea, and we also want to know who did this. And the CIA was like, hey, who's those goddamn... Because, North Korea, they have the best hackers. They're just the top of the line.
Why would that
I'll have you know
Sony the one time.
that 8Ball's protege, Q Ball, was from North Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, that changes the whole game.
Yeah, the whole game has changed.
What fucking... Was he stripes or solids? What did his mouse look like? Look, the North Koreans did not infiltrate computers in 150 countries.
Why do you think they don't? Why do you think they didn't?
Because I don't believe a fucking word the CIA tells me. Sorry. They're liars. They lie all the time.
I'm not saying they're not liars, but I could see how this would make
The
sense.
CIA's has pivoted over the years. They're no longer this, intelligence service out there.
Again, I'm not disagreeing, but
they're the war justification department. That's what they do. I want to. I'm sorry, but when one guy with an American flag pin on his goddamn tie from the CIA stands in front of a podium and reads 2 sentences and tells me it's North Korea, the North Korea we have been irking to invade for a year, suddenly is guilty of all this other shit.
Yeah, but don't you
I believe
think
him.
if that was the reason, we already have enough ammunition to go after them? Like
That's a good
all the
point.
nuke tests they've been doing.
But I'm saying
like,
just
you
go
think
after
that
'em.
they really would make that up to
Yes,
say,
yes,
they're
they
giving us more
absolutely
provocation.
would.
No, we have enough provocation.
Absolutely would.
But we don't need more.
They lie all the time. The
That's
CIA.
That's not my point. I'm not saying they don't lie. I'm saying we have all the justification that Trump, in his mind,
They don't
would
have
need.
the public support. They might have justification for the UN and say, look, we're going to go in and fuck these dudes up. They keep threatening us with nukes. You think most Americans are behind the North Korean war? No, they're like, leave them the fuck alone. Like, it has nothing to do with, they deserve freedom. We just don't want to get into another goddamn war. Because we're going to build a base there, maintain it. It's going to be terrorist attacks there. It's this fucking unsustainable thing. And the CIA is partly responsible for it. Fuck them. I don't believe them.
Someone doesn't watch Homeland.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Can you at least say it as Jesse Ventura?
I
please?
don't believe you, okay? I'm a real skeptic.
See?
And I know Kim Jong-un personally. He's a good guy. He likes basketball.
Thank you, Jesse.
He likes the 92 Bulls.
Appreciate that, Jesse. This is some more breaking news. Silicon Valley star T.J. Miller accused of sexually assaulting and punching women.
Well, now we're in a story I can believe.
This story includes graphic content, so be forewarned. An alleged victim of former Silicon Valley star T.J. Miller, boy, Silicon Valley dodged a bullet, huh? Is coming forward with accusations that Miller hit and sexually assaulted her while in college. The accusation were eventually addressed by a student court at George Washington University and have been buzzed about in Hollywood and stand-up circles for years. He tried a lot of things without asking me, and at no point asked me if I was all right, the woman told the Daily Beast. He choked me, and I kept staring at his face, hoping he would see that I was afraid and that he would stop. I couldn't say anything. Miller's alleged victim, who also asked to remain anonymous, said she is coming forward now in part because of the social awakening of the issues. The Daily Beast is withholding her identity because of her fears of retribution. But for the purpose of this piece, we'll call her Sarah. Miller has told friends over the years that he was wrongfully accused, and in a statement to the Daily Beast, Miller and his wife, Kate, denied any wrongdoing. Instead, they cast themselves as the victim.
When Miller was asked about the allegations, he was quoted as saying, quote, "Yo, bro, weed, LOL, Hillary Clinton or something." Sounds like a TJ Miller quote.
Sarah began again to circulate rumors online once Mai and Kate's relationship became public. Sadly, she is now using the current climate to bandwagon and launch these false accusations again. The Millers wrote, why would his wife say anything if she wasn't even with him when it happened? It is unfortunate that she is choosing this route, and it undermines the important movement to make women feel safe in coming forward and legitimate claims against real known predators. First off, that's not how T.J. Miller talks. So that was his lawyer that wrote that.
Obviously,
that was definitely not him.
Yeah, because he would have been like, "Hey, bro, no, she's a liar, dude. Whatever. Check out my new Emoji movie on DVD."
Emoji.
This is what happens when frat boys grow up and become SJWs. The problem is they forget what pieces of shit they were in college and how they fucked women, all that stuff. And now yeah, man, I love you, bro. Like, you know, Hillary's an amazing woman that you probably would have choked and throat fucked when you're fucking drunk ass in college, you stupid idiot.
This is why I don't believe any human being who virtue signals that hard. Any
Yeah.
man, especially a man.
It's weird,
it's not
right?
it's not in a man's nature to be like, this
No.
is oppressive and, you know, it reverberates throughout the world and hurts women even as far away as blood. Shut up!
Anytime I hear a guy saying something like that, it's a guy trying to get laid.
You could do the Kilstein.
That's all it is.
You could do the
Yes.
Jamie Kilstein thing, which is go full SJW, virtue signal, and then when you get accused of rape, go, those SJWs are crazy. I'm not a rapist, and keep bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, and then also become MMA guy.
Yeah.
And even though you're 4'2" and literally.
He's an MMA guy for real?
Jamie Kilstein is, yeah.
Who's he gonna beat up? Me? Who's he gonna beat up?
Dude, you could have you can have one of those black belts with the red stripe through it. You're 4'2". I will just literally yank you off of me and throw you like a fucking lizard that gets on you when you're outside.
Whose fault is it that we've breeded an entire generation of men who have no identity? I mean, seriously, there's an entire generation of men who have zero identity, zero belief, zero convictions. You know, like it's just whenever y'all don't want to hurt women because women are pretty, they're mothers and shut the fuck up. Do you know how many women want to be fucked as hard as they can and be slapped? I know a lot of them. So I don't want to fucking pretend like they're delicate flowers who we hold up to the light. And it's just like, it's just such a hard job being born without a penis. Is it? Everyone holding doors for you, not paying for any meals, never having to buy a drink your whole fucking entire life? Is it fucking terrible being a woman? Is it really that fucking bad?
Do you know how many people, too, like, they'll comment on our videos and yell at us?
All
They'll
the
be like,
time.
"Oh, you guys are dude, this is insensitive." Blah, 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 blah. And you'll see other channels that like they'll try to address each individual person. Like, well, you know, I'm sorry you felt that way, and you know, at the time it was just a heated moment. Every person that writes shit like that on our page, we're like, good, fucking go, unsubscribe. I don't give a shit. I'll double down on it. Fucking tell me what to do. But like, that's why.
Yeah, you keep pushing Mike, he's going to hate teachers and firefighters.
Yeah, well, come on, you want to bring the firefighters into it? Oh, look at me, I'm shooting water at a fire. Yeah, that's a real hard job.
Okay, here come the tweets. All right.
I think the teacher thing we could have got away with.
Yeah,
not so much the
that one.
firefighter.
Come on, that was funny.
That was funny.
Even
By the way-
firefighters would be like, that's pretty funny.
Even Dennis Leary, who played a firefighter, would think that was funny.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a sense of humor.
Well, he might,
Yeah.
he might, but then he'd steal my joke and use it
Well,
for his
you'd also
Cam
have
Neely
to-
Foundation or some shit.
We'll have to go check his latest pamphlet he passed off as a book.
You
It
think
comes
that-
out every 6 months.
It's double spaced. Double spaced and written on the back of a Korean menu. And basically all it says is, see Bill Hicks Wikipedia.
Ah, you're terrible.
Oh, fucking Christ. I just
remember really liking that first Dennis Leary album.
It
'cause
was
I
good.
Cure for
Because
Cancer?
I was a kid and
Yeah,
I didn't
me
know
too.
about Bill
Same
Hicks. You know what I mean?
Me
And
neither.
then when you got
Yep.
older and you found Bill Hicks, you were like, this son of a bitch.
It's like finding
Word
out
for
Santa
word.
Claus isn't real. It's like, yeah.
Hey, he wrote that asshole song, though.
No, Louis C.K. did that, actually.
Oh, that's right. That was Louis C.K.'s song. I keep forgetting.
It was.
Yeah, but he did that bit about cigarettes, though.
Yeah, no, that was Bill Hicks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, well, no, but remember people always confuse Dennis Leary with Alex Jones?
No, that was Alex Jones. Oh, all right. Let's show real quick so we can go to break.
Yeah, fine. We'll do whatever you want.
Go ahead.
Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. And we are going to be giving away that free Google Home Mini here by the end of this show. So you still got a minute to sign up if you want to do that. PayPal.me/We're Not Sorry. Subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, rate us, all that good stuff. Whatever you can do to get a new person converted over to this little cult of personality we're building, we appreciate it and love you.
And we will have a guest maybe second hour?
Possibly. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll be right back. Revenge of the Sis.
Orlando, Florida, a city known for its theme parks and resorts. But peace is threatened as a wave of crime has turned this once beautiful vacation destination into a haven for gangs, thugs, and terrorists.
I need backup! Home nightclub! Shots fired! Shots fired!
When an LGBT hotspot is shot up and dozens are killed, two detectives may be this city's only hope to unravel a conspiracy of corruption that goes all the way to the nation's most powerful elite.
This is Grizzly.
Hey, Lopez. Look, it's called Pulse Nightclub. Hey, I bet
Don't. Seriously, dude, just don't. Not now.
When the city finds itself gripped with fear and under attack, Mersh and Lopez keep a cool head as they attempt to unravel the mystery.
I believe these men were targeted simply because they were homosexual. This is a hate crime.
Gross.
It is gross, partner. Targeting people out of hate like that?
No, I meant the gay stuff. That's pretty gross. These two no-nonsense cops are about to find themselves dragged into a world of political intrigue and international terrorism, and they may be the only hope to save the world.
I got a morgue full of dead bodies with neon mesh tank tops, a dead suspect, and no motive. The mayor is on my ass!
There's more to this case than we're seeing, LT. I think it's terrorism.
I agree with Lopez, Chief. It's definitely terrorism. We're dealing with a bigger fish here. As they uncover clues with their incomparable police cop work, Mersh and Lopez get closer to the real masterminds.
Seems like Mateen's phone had some kind of encryption software. It bricked itself.
Damn. So we're screwed, huh?
Well, I managed to get one file off the phone. GPS coordinates that lead to Washington, D.C.
Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Never heard of it.
Feel like grabbing a slice, partner?
Yeah, a slice
of justice. Yeah, I know. You say it every time.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, cool. Can leaving now be our thing? Because it's a long drive to D.C.
Coming up next week, Orlando's best detectives are still trying to get to the truth behind the deadliest attack in their city's history. Mersh and Lopez follow a lead that takes them all the way to the nation's capital. But will their case be derailed as they discover a child sex trafficking ring inside of a pizza place? Find out next week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, Mondays at 4, followed by an all-new Nazi lawyer, only on USA Network. USA, what are you gonna do, watch TBS? Hey guys, it's Mersh and Royce here, and we would like to take a moment to shill like the unprincipled whores that we are. Thank you all for making Revenge of the Sis one of the fastest growing podcasts out there. Having such outspoken, passionate fans spreading the word about our show makes the work that we do that much more rewarding.
You can help us continue growing by doing the following things. Become a direct contributor by going to patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. You can choose a one-time donation or recurring one. Every penny helps. It helps us produce quality programming we bring you every week. Also, please subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, and make sure you leave a review on iTunes. All three of these things are extremely important and help us in the court of public perception. And most importantly, tell a friend about Revenge of the Sis. Sure, you probably can't tell your normie boss or your significant other's blue-pilled mom, but everyone knows a person who would like our show. Tell that person about us and help us make a new fan. Seriously, don't be a dick, get us some clicks.
And please follow our wonderful friends at Facebook, the Mad American Network, the Unapologetic Canadian, Social Justice Warriors, and you can always find us hanging out in the Space Right group on Facebook. Once again, from the bottom of our cold black hearts, thank you for supporting us and making this such an amazing experience.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can, but we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I understand that, faggot. And you should understand how my balls are going to taste when your country starts needing money. I don't give 2 shits about a treaty. You're a Polish midget. Come in. Uh-huh. Hey, hang on, I'm going to call you back. Yeah, go fuck yourself, retard. Mr. President, we have a problem. People are pretty upset. Oh, don't tell me people are still mad about that nigger thing.
It's pronounced Niger, Mr. President, and it's a country in Africa.
Oh, aren't we fancy? Okay, I don't want a bunch of Nigers in Africa aiding terrorists.
Mr. President, you need to be a little more careful. There's an investigation. A worker with ties to Russia was found raped and executed.
Raped and executed? Oh, you mean fucked to death? Oh, yeah, that was me.
Mr. President, people are starting to question your oath to the office.
My oath to the office was that I would fuck everyone to death, remember?
I mean it. Me too. I'm gonna
You guys be quiet. And you guys just get out there and put a positive spin on this whole thing.
How are we supposed to put a positive spin on it? It's getting pretty hard to keep defending you. Maybe it's time we put our foot down.
Ooh. Hope you brought some condoms.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Haven't heard anything from our guests, so the phone lines are open. 954-573-2780 if you want to get in contact before the holiday season. And by the way, the drawing for the Patreon is actually tomorrow. Not today. Tomorrow.
Are we doing a show tomorrow?
Regardless, either way, we're going to do the special drawing.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could do it off the air.
Yeah, no, we're going to do
be
the...
fair about it. Somebody's getting a fucking Google.
No, we're going to... I'm going to film in our little nook there tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to do a little live stream?
A little live stream for Patreon.
Next to the fireplace?
Yeah, next to the fireplace tomorrow with the Patreon people. We're going to pull names out of hats for the Patreon subscribers. So we do appreciate that. Your last chance today is patreon.com/we're not sorry or paypal.me/we're not sorry. Helps the show, helps us grow. Help us now that we're still in YouTube live stream jail till February 16th. If we're good, if we fuck up again, then who knows?
Yeah, and who knows what wild hair we'll get up our ass.
It's a very good point.
Now and then, but yeah, we were supposed to have Ian Miles Chung on the program, but I don't know. I guess he maybe changed his mind about that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I did want to give a shout out to Dave and Sean from Connecting Right Radio.
Okay.
Who got a really nice write up in their local news. calling them 3%ers and militia extremists and
Nice.
hate mongers. So congratulations to you guys.
You know what?
It's not quite the SPLC, but you guys are moving up in the world.
That's good.
And,
That's real. But you know what? That's like the Olympics. Now you qualify for the SPLC.
Yeah, they're moving up to the semi-regionals. Now they're up
Right.
to semifinals. So, you
Right.
know, congratulations, Dave and Sean, connecting Right Radio on KHTS Radio in
Now make sure-
Santa Clarita, California.
If you're some sort of controversial personality, you want to be on the SPLC list, not the ACLU list.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not the ACLU.
And we've discussed that on the air before. Joe, are you familiar with the discrepancy between the ACLU and the SPLC?
I honestly don't even know what the
The SPLC is a Southern Poverty Law Center. Now, they're an independent group that pretends to be like the ACLU. And any content that is considered subversive or racist in any way, or even if you make a tranny joke. For example, if the SPLC were to hear the Cousin Joe show, you would probably be on the SPLC.
Can you tell them to listen? Because I need some publicity.
That's what we've been saying the same thing. We want to make the list.
See, the Southern Poverty Law Center and the American Civil Liberties Union are both different organizations, but they act like they're similar. The only difference is the ACLU will occasionally use one of their lawyers to stick up for a random right-wing cause because of a freedom of speech. Like ACLU is a little more about freedom of speech, whereas the SPLC is just a Marxist organization. And if you're even slightly right of center, the SPLC has written an article about that person. Like they go after Tucker Carlson. They're like, he's a white supremacist. And you're like, Tucker? Come on.
The guy with the bow tie?
Give it a break.
Yeah.
So we have aspired to actually to be on the SPLC hate watch list because that means you're moving up in the world.
Right.
That's the goal. Everything that
But you want to stop short of being on the ACLU list because they're legit. If the ACLU's trying to police you, then you probably need to dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, there's a problem.
So you want to be on one, but not the other.
And that's also a list you don't get off.
No.
You're always on that list. So in the chat room during the break, somebody asked, "Do you think feminists like butt stuff?"
Yeah, and they're talking more about feminists being creepy.
Yeah.
I can completely attest to this.
Okay.
I had a girl on my show. She was a friend. I met her years before. She was actually an intern at one of the first radio studios I worked at, and she was blowing the owner. So
as is tradition,
right? So she becomes a hardcore feminist, like completely
because she regrets blowing the owner.
Yeah, you suck a couple of owner dicks.
I'll
and you
never
become a
forget
feminist
a
quick.
Facebook post she made that to this day I can't make sense out of. Here, this is the exact.
It's a woman, so it's difficult already.
I know, but this is the exact post. So I'm driving home from work, and this guy in his car honked and followed me, and I had to make different turns so he wouldn't see where I live. Don't tell me I don't need feminism. What? What?
Okay, well, first off, the answer is always yes. I'm telling you, Toots, you need feminism, honey. Because let me tell you something. As proved
Now-
by...
Listen here, Angel.
But now let me get to.
Yeah.
So, her and I hooked up a little bit, right?
A little bit.
And it
So
got
this
to
massive hog.
Proving
it got-
that she might have needed feminism, but she also needed a little dick in her life.
And
or a big dick
I'm
in
glad
his life.
you just reminded me. At the time, she already had a boyfriend while this was going on. Of
course she did.
While she was kind of seeing me.
She wasn't cheating. She was being empowered. I get it.
Exactly. So we're laying on my couch, like cuddling that I get shit for, but I like
fag.
to do. Whatever, I like it.
This guy has
So-
intimate relationships with women.
So we're making out cuddling, and here's how it starts. First, she grinds her ass into my crotch, right? Laying side by side.
Like a feminist.
Did
And-
she throw it in a circle?
And starts crying and goes, "I know this is all you want from me." I'm like, "What? No, we're just friends." So I immediately just put a blanket over her.
Like she was a bird. Hopefully she fell asleep.
And walked across the room.
I'm sorry. No, stop, shut up, and appreciate that line. Holy fuck, that was hilarious.
And then he throws a blanket and then he walks
Like,
away.
they
Walks away
immediately do
quietly. He does the cartoon tiptoe. Like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. We've all been there. You're like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
Maybe if I don't move, like a T-Rex.
I don't
Maybe
wanna-
if I don't move.
Dude, I don't want to be accused of anything.
That
so I
shit
just
was so funny. It didn't even hit me right away. It's like when somebody punches you and you go, "No, I'm fine," and then you're like, "Whoa, no, I'm actually dizzy. I should sit down."
All right, so then fast
like
forward.
a bird.
So fast forward like a week later, we're hanging out again. Same thing. We're on the couch. This time, she starts taking her clothes off. She unzips my pants. So we start fucking, and she just goes, "Choke me." I'm like, "What? What?" And then she takes my hand, puts it over her throat, puts her hand on top of my hand, and I physically could not squeeze. I couldn't do it. But
you never choked a bitch?
No.
Why not?
You haven't lived.
Bro.
But again,
see the key
when you think feminist, she is ultra feminist.
Hear me out.
And she couldn't come unless some guy was squeezing the life out of her while my dick was in her. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, like every feminist. That's what Joan of Arc would have done.
I want to help you out, Joe, because you seem like you're kind of a prude. So check it out. The key is, and I had to learn this over time, you don't choke a bitch. Like, you don't go for the fucking windpipe. That is just unsportsmanlike.
That's where she put my hand.
No,
No,
you go
but
for
you
the
gotta
vein-
squeeze the fucking two sides.
the blood the
That's
jugular.
where it's at. You give it a little of that.
Because that stops the blood flow, not the oxygen, but the blood flow to the brain, and that gives a euphoric high.
No.
And then you got to feel her out.
No,
like,
she wanted to not breathe.
Okay,
That was-
that's breath play. That's also a thing, but that goes a little.
I had a girl ask me to TJ Miller her once while we were banging. True story. And I wouldn't do that.
Leave her in the middle of a series.
And then somehow inexplicably it gets better.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, no, I had a girl want to get punched right in the face once, and I was like, I can't, that's okay. I'm a weird dude, and I'll do some things to you to make you suffer, but I can't just hit a bitch in the face. Like, that's, you know what I mean? That's unsportsmanlike.
Pussy.
So anyway, you wouldn't choke this girl because you're a prude, and then what else happened?
That was the last time we were like together. That was it.
She never talked to you after that?
I mean, kind of, but not in person. Like, we never made another like, hey, let's fuck date.
Should we call her?
If you want.
Let's give her a ring.
Yeah.
You want her number?
Let's give her a ring. Let's give her a ringy ding ding.
You want to see? Let's ask her what went wrong.
God
Yeah.
damn, I miss doing radio
I'm
with
so
Joe.
curious.
I miss doing
What
radio with
happened
Cousin
here?
Joe.
Because my thing is, you seem like a nice gentleman. He said earlier he liked to cuddle. You know?
I do.
Can I just, while we're getting this number ready, I want to just reiterate that Cousin Joe is one of my favorite people to do. Like, he's in, there are 3 tiers. There's like, the shit tier, and then there's the good tier, and then there's the God tier. And Joe and Royce and I are all in that tier of like, we go fucking hard. I just miss all the good prank calls you've ever heard me and Royce do. Were probably from weekends where it was all of us, and Joe was probably there.
All right, phone's ringing.
All right, if she answers, you guys start it. You can bring me up. Kathleen.
Kathleen, okay. Is she gonna sidebar us?
I'm gonna leave a voicemail.
Okay.
Hi, this is Kathleen. I can't take your call right now, but if you leave me a message, I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
Wow.
Maybe she's dead.
Oh, God willing.
Maybe you killed her with your gigantic cock. You ruptured her intestines.
Inshallah, she was killed at Berkeley somewhere, fighting with a pussy hat on.
Well, we could. Well, thank you
I was
for
gonna,
trying.
knowing she was a feminist, I was actually gonna open that email with, "It's your boy." She's always good. It's your boy, Mert. It's your boy.
Well, we would have started with "You're on the air," and then it's your boy Mersh. So you say, "Look, we tried. I mean, we tried to repair your relationships." And
Yeah, I was gonna tell her, man. You guys go do a redo. You're willing to choke her this time.
Well, I mean, he's so timid. We were literally out to lunch at Longhorn today, and he's asking me some advice with some chick, and I'm like, and he's like, "What should I do?" And I literally took his phone from him and I go, "There."
He replied for
and
me.
And I said, "There you go."
Because I'm actually
You're an
for once
emotional
in my-
cripple, I know.
Yes, but I'm also finally like happy with someone I met.
Yeah, no,
where,
I
where
get
it
it.
looks promising,
And you don't wanna fuck it up.
Right,
That makes
exactly.
sense.
Yeah,
I get
and
it.
I get it, Joe. It's always good to meet somebody and immediately get emotionally invested in them. I get that. That's a very healthy way to approach it. Just what I
He
always,
was married 28 days.
What I always say is, whatever behavior you engaged in 10 years ago, just keep doing it in a loop.
Right, not learn from it at all.
And just keep repeating, because
Right,
one
right.
day it's going to be different.
Right. 'cause
Right.
They're all wrong, and it's
Right.
right.
Yeah, they don't. Those bitches don't get you. You keep telling yourself that. Those bitches don't get you.
Yeah, that's fine, Elliot Roger. That's what you keep telling yourself.
Speaking of train wrecks, the Amtrak train derailed on I-5. Deaths reported, so people did die. That's why I keep telling.
Oh, I thought there was only injuries or whatever.
This morning, the train derailed. Multiple agencies are responding. When we got to the scene, it was obvious that there were some fatalities and there were a lot of injuries, and some people were able to get off the train. Multiple cars and trucks were struck by train.
Now, question. It was an Amtrak ride, right? Did this happen in the 90s? Do people still take the train? Like, why did this happen?
Also, I'd like to know, because I'm hearing a lot of conflicting reports. There's all kinds of news going around about this right now.
Yes.
I'd like to know what level of involvement the Quad City DJs had in this whole thing.
Oh, I didn't think we were going to go down that rabbit hole. But many years ago, that's right, the Quad City DJs, they used to ride the train. And the dance went like this. And this, if you look at this
And you go,
triangle,
whoop, whoop.
that's an Illuminati triangle right
It
there.
is. Yeah, Illuminati exposed.
So,
Clearly.
they didn't say how many people died, but they all had hobo sticks with bags on them.
Are you
So I don't
hearing-
know what that means.
Now, how are we approaching this story? Because I have a legitimate crazy far right theory that's going around.
Really?
About this whole Amtrak thing.
Okay.
That it was actually Antifa. I swear to God. There is a theory, I guess.
What is this theory? You've intrigued me.
All right. So there's a guy in Oregon. This was a legit story that did happen. He poured cement over the rails of a train in Oregon a while back. And he ended up getting caught. And he was like, Antifa has been telling people how.
No, is this a true story?
Swear to God.
Someone poured cement over. That's
the
true.
part I'm talking. Yeah, that part. in
That
Oregon
sounds
is
like
true.
it would fuck up a train. Think about that.
That
Of course
part-
it would, but
that-
I didn't know if it actually happened.
The Oregon part is true. That is, I've looked that up.
Okay.
That happened, and it had nothing to do with this. That guy's
Right.
locked up and whatever.
Okay.
But there is some rumors going around that Antifa has been instructing people how they can do that and fuck up trains, and it's part of like their, revolution handbook thing. And that is another part that is true. But I don't know. They have said that this may have been caused by some kind of blockage or some kind of an object. There's no confirmation that it's cement or that it's them this time, but it's a lot of the theory now in the far right is that Antifa did this.
And when you say far right, you mean you.
But I mean, I could tell you, just trolling the internet and seeing, oh no, we're on the train. Now everybody's gonna get hurt. I was out there
They're trying to
investigating.
stop our Dan Schneider investigation by derailing our train.
Viacom's responsible for this. They're derailing the trains again. I had a witness I was going to go speak to up there in Washington.
We believe it was Viacom because we saw washed-up DJ Matt Pinfield pouring concrete on the tracks.
I received a telegraph a little bit late. I heard a gentleman by the name of Seth Rich wanted to talk to me up in D.C., so I hopped on the train. It's taking a while to get up there. I can't wait to talk to Seth, though.
Hope he's in good health.
I'm sure he's doing really well. He's a real go-getter, that kid. I'm going to meet up with Seth Rich and get whatever he's got. I'm going to get the scoop, hop back on the train, and I hope it's not delayed after all this.
Then we have to make it in Vegas to talk to one of the survivors who had seizures. She has an inside track on another shooter.
Yeah, and I'll say this. Joe's not been around on the show to see a lot of the...
train derailments?
Well, no, because I've had some legit scoops on there. Like, between me and Royce, we've dug up some shit, and we have rolled with stuff before.
Well, we talked off air, you and I, about that.
And there's
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm obviously saying that I don't have a lot of confidence in this Antifa theory because if I present something on the show as a theory, usually I don't believe it. But I don't believe you. But there have been times where, way ahead of everybody else, I could tell you and go, yeah, this is happening, and it's happened. But this, I don't know. I do know, though, that Antifa, their people are really coming up with these dirty, fucking underhanded little games because they can't fight.
Newsweek. Antifa falsely linked to Amtrak train derailment by right-wing conspiracy peddlers. But here's the problem. I also don't believe Newsweek. So there's going to be an issue here because I don't know what to believe.
No, it's true, though. It's like, do I believe...
I know, I'm serious.
Do I believe fucking? I have a choice between Newsweek or Philip Garlitz, and I'm just kind of like, all right, well, could be either or.
The anti-fascism movement, Antifa, which is more of a protesting tactic than a formal group, keep telling yourself that Newsweek has been the subject of a blame and growing number of bizarre and false conspiracy theories. Take a mass shooting in Las Vegas. That wasn't Antifa. Well, anyway, they're saying that it wasn't. Flashback to Antifa train track sabotage near Tamco. Stop fracking. Well, I don't know, man. Newsweek can't say. Listen, I'm not saying it's Antifa either, but how does Newsweek know it wasn't? Like, no information's come out yet. Not enough to say what really happened, right? So it's kind of odd.
All I'm saying is, this is. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out. Not Antifa doing it, but I would not be surprised if this becomes a thing now where they use cement to fuck these trains up. And that's the thing, dude. This is a whole new level of like we live.
Can I float a theory? Okay.
Hitler once said,
"If you're gonna say the line, then you should say it."
I'm sorry.
Float a theory here.
Sorry.
They heard about us getting the scoop on Aziz Ansari.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Okay.
For those that don't know, just because you have to follow us on social media to hear this. Unconfirmed. We have to be clear here. Unconfirmed.
It's alleged.
Unconfirmed.
However,
I mean, I know you guys have been really good at breaking stories before.
It's really reliable.
Okay.
This is like, I'm not going to say firsthand, but secondhand enough that they would know. That's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything else. But what I will say is that if you do digging, and you could do digging. Just as recently as in November, Aziz was on the Stern Show, and he was talking about, the whole feminist thing. Because he's an outspoken male feminist, if you look him up.
Guilty.
Which is, I was going to say,
guilty.
Always a red flag.
So
that is like the auto black joke, basically. Guilty. Just immediately.
So
male feminist,
he was
guilty.
on the Stern Show saying, because he did this episode on his show, Masters of None, Golden Globe nominated, and said something about, I just built that because experiences of women around me, and, the women are treated so badly by men. When Stern then pressed him about, well, what do you think about Louis C.K.'s his mentor, and the executive producer on a couple of the shows, Louis C.K. was like, well, Stern was like, what do you think about the Louis C.K. thing? And he's like, I don't want to comment on that. I have nothing to say. It's like, so I feel like
it's coming.
Not only because that by the way, that's not why we think.
I was going to say, can I just say Royce is not going just by what he just said?
No.
There's a little more info.
Yeah, but our listeners, again, they know that by now. Whenever Royce or myself comes with something and says, no, this is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Unconfirmed.
I wouldn't be
stuff,
saying it on air. There's a bunch of stuff that we get that we don't even say because that's bullshit. Like Dan Snyder's not a fucking murderer.
Dude, remember the girl in North Carolina that went missing? Like a month or two ago?
Oh,
Mariah K.
yeah.
Woods.
The little blonde girl.
Yes.
I announced on this show that girl was dead and that the parents were people of interest while they were still looking for the girl.
We announced that the serial killer in Tampa was a black gay guy.
And all of that stuff came true.
You being serious?
I swear to God.
Yeah, no, seriously.
We've predicted a lot of weird shit on this show, and it's not like, hey man, we're just guessing predictions, man. Like we have dug into stuff, and there's stuff that people talk about that live in neighborhoods that are like on that micro level, and it's the news is afraid to usually go with it, and I'm like, what do you got?
Because we look, and I think we learned that with the Dan Schneider experience because we realized a lot of people weren't picking us up because we were small. Who's going to pay attention to us? So we figured, man, I wonder how much information's out there that is legit that's just being
squashed
because
or whatever.
It's not, and it's and this thing with Aziz and I'm telling you, I'm not going to call the date because then they go, oh, it didn't happen when you said, but I would say within 6 months this goes down. Probably sooner, but I'm hedging my bets because of the holidays and shit.
Also, Don Henley next year, I think. I have a feeling, and that's. I know you're
Don't
probably,
say that.
You're probably
I love
a big
Don.
Eagles guy.
I am.
Well, your boy.
Yeah. So that's just out there.
Boy's dirty.
Do your own research on Aziz. If you guys find anything fishy, let me know. But I'm just going based. This is off of information that I could easily pass along and feel confident about. It's not something, and there's not anywhere. You're not going to find any stories on it yet.
This is coming directly from our source.
Yes.
And I'm telling them who our source is. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Okay.
All right. I know this is probably gonna blow with your pal, but Laura Loomer came to us.
Why would you give that away?
Now everyone knows it was Laura Loomer.
She slid into our DMs. She thought we were younger than we were.
Right.
She almost lost interest at one point.
Just like
Then
I thought she's fucking young, older than she is.
Then she started spilling the beans, and she's like, "Aziz Ansari, man, he's just running around grabbing everybody. It's weird."
I think you mean spilling the matzo balls. Look, all we're
Because
saying
Laura
is,
Loomer has the same nose job doctor as Bonnie McFarlane, and they're both in comedy, and everybody talked about it. And
do they all have retarded relatives? I don't know how it works.
Am I the only one who watched Women Aren't Funny just to see her ass?
Well, I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
You say yet like you plan on seeing it.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't seen it. You know, on my queue.
We were supposed to because we did interview Rich and Bonnie when they were making that movie. So I said I was.
Well, the highlight is her ass.
She has a nice butt, but dude, then you have to listen to her mouth.
I like Bonnie. I think she's hilarious. Other than the insufferable, don't make fun of retards. Other than
Hey,
that,
leave Jay Moore alone, man. It's like
But Bonnie, dude, I don't give a shit. All right, fine. She's got one trigger that makes her have a meltdown and makes her act retarded. Fine, but
I'm not saying she's not funny or
she's
hot.
one of the most ruthlessly funny people. No, I know, but
Oh,
he was kind of
she's-
like, "Hey, you got to listen to her talk." I would listen
no,
to Bonnie
she's-
talk.
yeah.
She's amazingly funny.
She is.
She's
Absolutely
a piece
she
of
is.
shit.
Yeah, she's great. She is great.
All right.
And I'm
You
also
guys
saying
love
she has
her.
a nice ass. That's all.
I got it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I would. Yeah, Bonnie could get it.
It's great. Jew love, whatever. Anyway, watch out for that 5'4" Aziz Ansari. Don't let him fucking grab you and pull you into a room.
Yeah.
Allegedly, we don't know if that's what it is. Nobody knows really.
Yeah, I've heard that he grabs girls and then he, in a metaphorical sense, shits in their streets.
So he brings girls to his home country and just goes, "Here, look at my street."
And then he does, fucking $20 an hour IT jobs overseas via Skype, but he does it for $4 an hour.
You must go to enlightened India, where of course you have to reach enlightenment. You have to meditate there because if you open your eyes, you're surrounded by refuse. Like I'd meditate too. It's called fancy sleeping.
The meditation costs $20,000 per month.
Oh, then it's worth it.
Do you want to get overwhelmed by Indians on Facebook?
Be a woman on Facebook.
All you have to do is do that, or if you're a guy, good trick. You just write, "Hey guys, I'm thinking of designing a new logo for my show, and I'm just wondering what guys would charge out there."
Every Indian will pop
Your
up.
inbox will be flooded with.
Look, I know I might be getting off onto a tangent
No,
rant.
please. That's our show is a tangent.
And I'm a huge David Lynch fan. I really am. But
No,
is there
get outta
any
here.
bigger, aside from the third season Twin Peaks, which was absolute shit, is there any bigger scam than transcendental meditation? Which is the same thing as meditation, only you pay thousands and thousands, almost like a fucking Scientology scale. Do you guys not know about this?
I'm pulling it up now. What is transcendentalism?
You really haven't heard of it?
No, this is fucking new. Is this new?
No, it's been out since like the 60s, 70s. But David Lynch is making it and has been making it like this big thing that everyone should jump on. And you got to pay an exorbitant. I'm not going to say exorbitant drunk.
You wanna be fair, you can't say it.
You're right. And I'm going to go with the extreme amount of money just to take classes on it. And essentially, it's meditation. It's the same thing.
I got one. Guided transcendental meditation.
You could download a free phone app that tells you how to meditate. Same thing.
So I invite you at this moment to take a slow, deep breath in.
Well, I feel better already.
I don't like listening to this kind of music unless an Asian girl is jerking me off for an extra 20.
That's a good point.
It's honestly
It sounds just like Asian jerk off.
Dude,
extra 20. You got a deal down here. It's
Dude,
actually an extra 50.
Well, no. You pay for the room and then the
I know how it works. It's an extra 50 here.
Nah, I've never paid more than 20 for the handy.
Hey, Tokes.
You got to be firm.
But
You gotta-
dude,
Yeah, tell these bros.
You're breaking my balls
You already
here.
wasted 30 minutes massaging me. You're not going to take the 20? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, they'll take 20. Good point.
Exactly.
But honestly, it's just regular meditation that got popular in the 60s and 70s. So they put a label on it, transcendental. You dive within all this buzzword horseshit, and suddenly it costs $10,000 to take a fucking course. It's psychotic, and so many people do it. I can't believe you guys haven't heard about this.
I know regular
I've heard
meditation.
the phrase
but
before,
not-
but I don't. I've never clicked on anything that said meditation.
Again, I only know about it because I like David Lynch.
I have anxiety, and I do regular meditation once in a while. Like, you know,
I've tried it, but I just can't.
It's
get
hard
my,
to focus.
I can't
I
get
agree
my
with you.
mind to shut the fuck up.
It's hard to focus. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But transcendental, like, no, what's that like? Where people like they leave their bodies, like that kind of stuff?
No. Again, it's just a fancy word to make it expensive. It's the same thing as meditation. Same thing, but they just put transcendental in front of it. Say you
They're just
need
throwing
it-
tranny in
you
front of
need
everything
an
now.
instructor, a yogi instructor, to give you a special mantra that no one else has, and it's all that kind
What's
of
the
fucking
special
nonsense.
mantra?
I don't know. I didn't sign up for the horseshit course.
Well, we should just figure it out and tell people for free.
Jaya.
There you go.
That's it.
Shia LaBeouf. You heard it here, folks. Shia LaBeouf, transcendental meditation.
And I mean, you guys see how well balanced and just calm that guy is. So, you know, if it's working for Shia,
I mean, my point is, you can't work for Michael Bay unless you're calm and, you know, just even keeled.
Of course, look at them all.
He demands excellence, Sir Michael Bay. He made racist robots in 2014. Like, the guy didn't give a
pretty
fuck.
awesome.
I'll give him that. He had the racist Transformers.
I've
whatever
never
they were.
seen robots do blackface until I saw Transformers.
I didn't think it could. You've seen the blackface robots, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I have to woke him. I woke him earlier about net neutrality, and now I have to woke him about the black Transformers.
I'm still getting used to the phrase
It's
woke.
like
but-
weird to me, right? Because like I know guys that are just regular run of the mill white guys and just work, fuck their wives, and have regular days, and they get screamed at and called racist by the left. But Michael Bay doesn't get called racist for making these two robots, like he said in 2014, that were essentially a minstrel show in robot form.
What were their fucking names? Can somebody give them to me? Because they're trying to on
Wait,
YouTube.
I apologize if I wasn't listening. What movie or show are we talking about that he made?
The Transformers one.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
nobody
I'm not a
saw it.
fucking nerd, so I don't know.
I'm trying to look for Mudflap and is this it? I think I got it. Sorry, it's so low because it's off. Of,
Why are they talking like that?
Because
it's blackface robots. They sound like the crows from Dumbo.
Because they sound like what.
And I see your elephant fly.
Because they sound on screen what cool black people sound like in Michael Bay's head. Hey, what's up, dog? Hey, what it do, blood? Like, what are you doing? They sound like, remember Slick from WWF back in the 80s?
It sounds, you know what it sounds like?
Can you please pull up Slick
I will.
from WWE? That dude they're Slick. What it is, bro? What are you doing? It's like the two guys that spoke jive on the plane and Airplane. That's what those robots are. Nobody talks like that.
Dream of the big boss man.
Robot version of this
Is
guy.
this the match you wanted all along, or are you
Why is Jay Oakerson wearing an Indian garb? And
Oh no!
And
Oh
why
my
is he
God!
why is he working with Bob Kelly?
Oh no! Why did you have to point out that Akeem the African Dream looks like fucking Jay Oakerson, except without the stupid fingerless gloves?
Tax on the mega powers and the
Nice
Tesla
streak in his
citizen.
hair.
What do you want?
Chill out, Holmes. Chill out then while the slickster lays it all out for you. You see, this is the slickster's third law of wrestling dynamics.
This is
wow, all that's missing is a giant gold clock around his fucking neck.
He should have his face buried in a watermelon right now.
And this isn't realistic, or Big Boss Man would be arresting him.
He would not be working with this man.
Sir, put down the weapon. Put down the weapon, sir. So Big Boss Man had a Confederate flag on his uniform.
Well, to be fair, I think that's the Georgia state flag still.
It was part of it. I don't think it was all of it.
Now that remains to be seen, Slickster. If that's the third law of
God, you got to give it a Mean Gene. He just never broke character, no matter what insane
No,
person.
there's literally maybe 2 clips of him in history where he just couldn't fucking take it. And they're both from like tapings. They're not even from like live things.
Right.
But yeah, there were only like 2 times where he just broke his, lost his shit. But that, God, I just, Fuck, man. There's plenty. Like this is why I hate the left, because they're always just crying racism and everything. There's plenty of good examples of racism. If you really want to go after stuff, leave a poo from The Simpsons alone.
He's not the fucking problem.
Just put me on a subway with a camera.
That'll take care of it. Some good news, Mike. German teen ISIS bride reunites with her mother before trial.
Oh, good. I was worried about that.
German schoolgirl turned jihad bride has been reunited with her mother in Iraq, reports say. Linda Wenzel, 16.
Why is she using a SARS mask as a scarf? What
Linda
is that?
Wenzel, 16, fled her hometown of Pulsnik last year by posing as her mom and boarding a flight to Turkey en route to Syria. She was smuggled into Iraq, married a Chechnyan fighter, and ended up in Mosul. In July, she was captured in Mosul by Iraqi soldiers who dragged the filthy, dazed, and wounded teen from the former ISIS stronghold. Her mother, Katrina Wenzel, 48, and her other daughter, Miriam, flew to Baghdad to visit Lydia, now 17 years old, according to Central European News. German public TV stations Das Estrets captured the reunion of a Baghdad, blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing. She joined ISIS.
And what do you... Listen, ladies. I don't know if you know about ISIS's history with women. Because you all have these little daydreams and you run off to join ISIS. And then it's like weird. You just become a sex slave. What did you think you were going to become in ISIS?
Again, it's that whole identity thing where they have none and they got to search for it somewhere. But that's where you're going to search? Really? You're going to find it there?
Yeah, but why
What haven't you tried first where your identity needs to be
rape
that?
victim?
Yeah. No, I mean, what the
No, you're right. I mean,
what
try
the fuck?
try being a goth chick first. or
Yeah.
something.
It's got to be levels.
At least you don't have to leave the fucking country you live in to be a
Right.
goth chick. It's Germany.
So here's the thing. Germany will not... Iraq does not want to extradite her to Germany. However, she's going to be facing the death penalty by hanging in Iraq.
Whoa.
Yep.
So she's damned if she
Is
does.
it bad
she's
that
damned if
I
she
don't feel
doesn't.
bad?
I don't feel bad either. She joined ISIS.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah, she should have fucking tried to get back to Germany where at least they're cucked out enough that they're not going to do anything to her.
Or get to Canada. They would have paid her money and rehabilitated her.
Exactly.
Even Iraq doesn't put up with their bullshit and Canada does.
I'm glad you're a sex slave who's going to get hung. Dumbass.
Hates teachers, is for sex slaves. What else? And firefighters, maybe.
Mainly firefighters.
Yeah, well,
especially ones right now in Southern California trying to put out fires and dying.
You know, you guys
Mersh
talk-
hates them.
you guys talk all that-
Hopes they choke on the smoke and die.
He did say that before the show.
You assholes are talking all this shit, but 1 year ago I could have been saying all this shit and I could have gotten elected president. But you go fuck yourself.
You should have done it.
She's a fat pig. Tell the guy in my face. Hope she gets raped again. Anyway, I was saying about Hillary.
I wasn't talking about women. I was talking about Rosie.
Fucking just gives no fucks. President.
Donald Trump is now in the Hall of Presidents, speaking of.
Oh, yeah. You mean, well...
You told me this
you guys-
earlier,
you
but I
guys will
still don't
see
understand. Is this some like giant thing where it's like an honor to be in? I don't get it.
Every U.S. president has been in the Hall of Presidents, and liberals didn't want him to be there because he's just a bad man.
He's a fascist, man.
So I'm trying to see if I can find the... Here we go. CBS.
America has been a nation defined by its people. At our founding, it was the American people who rose up to defend our freedoms and win our independence.
That is an animatronic figure of President Trump at Walt Disney World's Hall of Presidents.
An animatronic what?
You sure it's not a
Figure.
You
Oh.
sure it's not a retooled animatronic Hillary Clinton
It
that you
really-
already had
it-
made?
it does look like that.
And then you just threw Trump's hair and a suit on him? Because you went, oh shit, he won. Yeah, I think they jumped the
It
gun
looks
on
like
producing
a
that.
fat woman in a wig.
After the attraction's year-long renovation, the president's robot features the latest technological advances, which
Does
help
it?
enable smoother and more lifelike movements. President
Yeah, it's
Trump
the latest
personally
technological
recorded the
advances. It can make Donald Trump look like Hillary Clinton.
But you know, I know that, and a lot of people have been making it the joke. But you know, it's true. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves.
It looks.
That's what it is, right?
Yes, it's absolutely what it is. That thing cost a fucking fortune to make, and they went, son of a bitch, he did it.
Look at the fucking jowls on that.
That's Hillary jowls.
Yeah.
That's Hillary.
Absolutely.
That's either a Hillary or it's a recycled Emperor Palpatine. I don't know if they ever had that on display.
It might be. They are renovating the Star Wars land in Hollywood Studios. You're right. That might just be a Palpatine.
It's either Palpatine or it's Hillary Clinton, but it ain't Trump. And I'm not even saying Trump is this gorgeous chiseled man either, but he would have had way more heavy on the bottom face because Trump almost has like a.
Someone pointed something out. Trelita pointed out, like when Trump was elected, he was in there like fucking almost before he was in office. Trump, it took them a while, like a year before they go, all right, I guess we'll fucking put it in, I guess.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh my God, that's what he looked like.
It's so perfect.
Yeah, I think they had the Obama one in there when he was still in Chicago.
Yeah, he was in there with a fucking do-rag holding a gun sideways.
And it didn't say president, it said community organizer.
Yeah, the Hall of Community Organizers.
Yeah, he organized Chicago. He should be hung for that reason alone.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking, that's treason. Anybody who runs Chicago and leaves it in that condition is treason.
He just organized the community. He organized which way they were pointing their guns, apparently.
Remarks exclusively for the attraction, a tradition
Yeah, I love how out of
every
place
sitting
he
president has
looks.
participated in since the early.
Yes.
Look at how out of place he looks with all those other legends. I love Trump, but Jesus Christ.
Well,
yeah.
no, but to be fair, though, they made his jowls really bad on purpose, I think. I kind of feel that was because, like, the other presidents, even the fat ones, they don't look as jowly or as like, are we, look, everyone's, this is my point. I know Trump looks out of place, but we're gonna pretend that every president was a hunk. Like, all of them all looked great. No, they didn't. Like the way they drew these presidents off of paintings or dollar bills and shit. Like real George Washington would look like shit with liver spots and wooden teeth. You know,
Franklin and Jefferson do not look like they're fans of Trump.
None of them look like they're fans of Trump.
No. It looks like Jefferson and Franklin.
Look at Lincoln's face.
Well,
it
no,
just
I was
looks
gonna
like
say-
he's going. Did you just say nigger?
No. Well, no. Yeah, and that's Trump saying it to Lincoln. Can't believe you'd say that. Times have changed.
Yeah, what are you doing, Lincoln?
But no, Jefferson and Franklin look like this motherfucker. When is he done? And then actually Lincoln has this look on his face like, come on, guys, hear him out.
That's a good point.
Come on, guys, give him a chance. It's only been a year.
Bro, give him a second.
Yeah, I see a couple of one-termers here.
Yeah, I don't want to
fucking talking that shit. I don't see a Jimmy Carter fucking animated statue.
I don't want to hear it, Zachary Taylor.
Who likes
the fuck you do?
Who likes peanuts? This is a fucking stupid peanut farmer. Carter.
No fuck cares. You fucking assholes.
If there was a Clinton one, his fly would be unzipped.
Some of you are on money. My name's on buildings. No one stays at the Abraham Lincoln Hotel.
And John Adams is just like, man, what is this about?
Oh my god!
I need to refresh my drink while this asshole's talking.
And Thomas Jefferson's like, he still doesn't like Indians though, right?
Yeah.
He still doesn't like Indians because that's what I care.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson's like, can I still crack Indian and black people's heads open?
Because that's what I care about.
Absolutely, Andrew.
That's whatever you need.
We're greatest presidents of all time.
We'll take that Pocahontas Elizabeth War down together.
Yeah, you know, Andrew Jackson gets called a lot of horrible names in history. You know what he never gets called? A loser.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's a fucking winner.
1990s.
Ever since I was a kid, it was literally one of my favorite attractions.
It-
Not only because I was just so mystified.
Yeah.
But I was also a gay man.
It was one of my favorite attractions. Second only to my attraction to children. Oh, shit.
I've been thrown off It's a Small World twice for jerking off on it. Oh, fuck. All over the Polynesian kids.
But one time, to be fair, it was while the ride was closed. So,
So, yeah, what are you gonna
nobody
do?
should have bothered me.
Ugh. Maddie says Andrew Jackson killed the central bank.
Speaking of jerking off on rides, if you ever want to have some fun, try jerking off on a Gravitron. It's impossible.
That would be really difficult.
That's tough to do.
We should try, though, just to be safe. You try first, though. Let
Where's
me
the
know
nearest
how it goes.
Gravitron?
I don't know where all the meth dealers are working today. That's all the people that run those goddamn carnival rides are all fucking meth dealers. It's not like, normal people.
Clearly.
If you ever
Well,
need drugs, go to a carnival and talk to a ride operator.
Or speak to somebody who works for Carnival Cruises.
Yeah. Get
Probably
drugs
get some
anyway.
That reminds me, do you have
too.
any carnivals around here before I leave?
No, we have beaches.
Same thing?
Yeah, you need meth?
No.
What do you need, drugs? I'll
Well-
get you drugs. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legal drugs.
It's
people.
Florida. Don't worry.
He
we'll
wants
get you
he wants the same drugs that Little Peep took.
Florida legal drugs.
Yeah. He wants
Which
to
is
take
basically
He
everything.
wants to take a long nap.
We're not in the United States. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, this is Florida, man. It's a banana republic down here, dude. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, this is like 1920s America.
Yeah, we can conceal and carry. Zimmerman just shoots black people. Like, you can do whatever you want here,
Do
dude.
whatever you want in this state.
Yeah. It's
I'm
the
just saying,
Wild
some
West, man.
painkillers would be nice right now.
Women
That's all
can
I'm saying.
kill their babies and not even bury them about 1,000 feet from the house. They walk. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Florida's an amazing
Women kill their
place.
fucking babies and then go eat at a Pinkberry in the afternoon. So, whatever. This is what you think. We have no shame here, but we've embraced it. That's what we are. We embraced our fucking degenerates, all crazy people.
Yeah, Florida is best represented by our state official outfit, which is a sleeveless tank top and Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're shameless. We don't care.
Fox News, the biggest Hollywood scandals of 2017. Sex abuse scandal takes over Hollywood. Of course, after Harvey Weinstein was accused of sexual misconduct, well, we know what he did. The other one was Kevin Hart caught on tape. Now, what is this about? I didn't hear too much about this. The then married comedian Dalliance weekend fling in Las Vegas was videotaped and reportedly shot by various adult entertainment companies in September. Hart quickly took to Instagram to issue a public apology for cheating on his then 8-month pregnant wife. The other woman, Montina Sabag, insisted she had done nothing to do with the attempts to sell the racy footage. The model said during a press conference, "I am not an extortionist. I had nothing to do with the recordings." The FBI got involved and investigated near leak. Meanwhile, Hart seemingly patched things up. Blah, blah, blah. Kathy Griffin, shaving her head like a crazy person, holding up Trump's severed bloody head.
Leave Gollum alone. I thought she did a good job.
The former Bravo reality star became a persona non grata after posing in a Tyler Shields photo shoot with a fake severed Trump. The comedian apologized. She's not a comedian. Comedians are funny and have talent. Apologized, and she
at least call her a comedian, because then we know she's not funny.
Right, because she's a woman. A slew of stars fell victim to a nude photo hack in 2017. That's right, we've seen Supergirl's butthole. Racy pics of A-listers were posted on the website.
Is it like the butthole? Like the whole deal? She just went all...
You can see her butthole, yeah.
Wow, it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But she's like Jennifer Lawrence style.
Yeah, it was the chick from Supergirl, the one you like, especially when she's in SS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you can find her stuff.
Good for her.
Many stars sought legal action and demanded the photos be removed from the web. If only had net neutrality, that wouldn't happen, man.
Except that it still would happen.
No, because
Google would protect us.
Yeah, John Oliver told me that Google said that they would protect us.
See, Google doesn't want to pay for its bandwidth, but they're going to use the $80 billion they saved up to protect us, man.
Yeah, that's why they scan through your emails, because they're such a good company. Who cares about privacy?
I hate Google.
Google is so evil. You push people over to Microsoft.
That is fucking hard to do.
Johnny Depp's wild behavior. Now I don't know if you know this because Doug Stanhope doesn't talk about it enough, but he's friends with Johnny Depp.
Well, he talked about it enough where I believe it, that Johnny Depp didn't do anything, that Amber Heard is just another psycho cunt that made up shit.
Yeah, because he hung out
That's
with
what I
Depp
believe.
like 3 times, so that definitely gets you a glimpse into somebody's marriage and all their habits.
That's a good point. He wasn't there at all times with him.
Yeah, what was he, their roommate? Fuck out of here.
Corey Feldman claims his life's in danger.
You know, it's weird because, like, most, if I know any guys that abuse their wives currently right now, they're not doing it in front of me. It's strange. So
I do it in front of you.
Well, yeah, but that's different.
Oh, okay. It's a joke.
Yeah, and mostly, and Royce's wounds are mostly defensive.
Yeah, to be fair. I'm protecting myself. Corey Feldman, Flexible Funding Feldman.
Flexible Funding Feldman. What a good guy he is.
If you listen to this show, you know what we think of that fucking weirdo. Bachelor in Paradise shut down. I don't even know that was a show. But apparently that's it with this colored guy going out with this white girl.
No, it was about, remember Thunder in Paradise? Well, he gets
the
divorced.
speedboat with the Hulk?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
sequel. He
I
gets
like
divorced, and he's now Bachelor in Paradise.
Got it. The reality show halted production after claims of sexual misconduct on a set between show contestants Corey Olympus and Demario Jackson in June. The two were in the pool while shooting the series in Mexico when they engaged in sexual behavior. Wait a second. So a show called Bachelor in Paradise got shut down because single people were fucking?
I don't get it. Like, you fucking assholes, you fill a nice house with cameras, you feed these people booze and drugs, and you hope for the best. Them banging is like the best footage you can get in a scenario like this.
Jim Carrey battles deceased ex's family.
Yeah, you don't remember this story?
So many things have happened.
His ex-girlfriend killed herself, and he was the one that fucking fed her the pills. Yeah, we've talked about this. I've mentioned this before.
He countersued in September.
That's why every time Jim Carrey virtue signals now, and he's like, hey, man, you make sure we don't become fascists. I'm like, yeah, maybe don't kill your girlfriend.
I don't know how to say her real name, so Blossoms op-ed offends.
Exactly.
In the wake of Weinstein's sexual misconduct, the Big Bang Theory actress wrote an essay that discussed her own actions in Hollywood. I have she's also the one that wrote, "It's time to stop calling women girls," and then 6 months later came out with a book called Girl Power.
And also was the girl that said, I never had a problem with sexual harassment. Yeah, we get it,
Yeah, because
Blossom.
you weren't 6.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm sure talk to 6. She's got a different experience.
I'm sure Joey fucking Lawrence was saying whoa to 6 more than he was to your ugly ass. And she still plays a dumpy bitch. Her reverse sexual, no one pays attention to me because I'm ugly. Yeah, that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood. Do radio like
It's
us.
not even
You don't have to worry about
Hollywood.
it.
It's not even Hollywood. That's life.
A Dog's Purpose animal abuse claim. The flick A Dog's Purpose was intended to be a heartfelt family film, but when footage from the set surfaced in January
Of the director fucking a dog to death.
of a dog appearing to be distressed while filming, animal advocates lashed out. The movie's producer said the footage was not an accurate depiction of how the dogs were treated. However, Universal's canceled the film's red carpet premiere, and the film flopped.
Yeah, the video, you see that video here of something happening? That's not an accurate reflection of something happening.
R. Kelly's cult rumors. We did talk about this. R. Kelly had a basic alleged dungeon where he just had underage girls that he would bang and piss on. Cosby walks free. Many expected Cosby, who was accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a dozen women, to be convicted of a crime. He went to trial over the summer. Cosby did not take the stand, but previously stated that he had a consensual encounter. After 6 days of deliberations, the judge declared a mistrial when the jury was unable to reach a consensus. The prosecution has vowed to retry the comedian. Steve Harvey's private memo leaked. Oh, that's right. That's when he was a dick. Steve Harvey wrote a scathing memo to his staff about how he wants to be treated while on set, and the details leaked in
I
May.
remember this. He was such a douche.
The
I
talk show
hated him.
host told employees in a note, "There will be no meetings in my dressing room, no stopping by or popping in. No one. Do not open my dressing room door. If you open my door, expect to be removed. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell." Harvey admitted the memo was legitimate and eventually joked about it in August. Saying, "I learned 2 things from the email. 1, I can't write, and 2, I should never write." That's the thing with people like like Steve Harvey. Everyone loves him. He's like, funny black guy, Family Feud.
I've never met anyone that has said those words.
Well, you don't have
Also-
black friends.
But also, to be
Yeah,
fair,
of course not.
And that's why you've never met anyone that said those words. Yes.
And I mean, I didn't like this when I read it originally. But to be fair, let's think about it as just to be devil's advocate here. What if,
Like Pacino, if you're doing devil's advocate.
smell but don't touch? I don't remember any lines from that movie.
You just nailed it. That's the whole movie in one line.
something, Kevin.
Oh, he also liked necks.
Yeah, something about that. I forgot what it was.
Samantha Bee mocks boy with cancer.
No, I was gonna say though, to be in Steve Harvey's shoes, you're working fucking probably 5 shows a week. It's annoying. You're putting in fucking 10-hour days. Maybe you just want people to leave you the fuck alone. You do have a dressing room for a reason, right? Maybe you had people popping in and out of his fucking dressing room, and he had to be like, because he's got that image of being cool, Steve Harvey. Maybe he needed to dial it back. Tell everybody, look, I'm cool. I'm not that fucking cool. Stay out of my dressing room.
Samantha Bee mocks boy with cancer. The political satire host mocked a 20-year-old man with brain cancer.
Good. I hope Samantha Bee's kid gets cancer.
Kyle Coddington, who was attending a conservative political action conference in March, the comedian mocked the man's hairstyle during her show and compared Coddle's look to the Nazis. Kala's sister took to Twitter to lampoon
So good,
B for her
then?
dig. When I Am Sam B makes fun of your brother for having Nazi hair, he's actually has stage 4 brain cancer. But whatever floats your boat. B quickly apologized and removed the clip. The biggest thing that's ever shows you that Hollywood, when Hollywood wants somebody to succeed, it's not John Oliver because John Oliver is political, but he is genuinely a funny.
He's
guy.
funny.
He's
He's funny as fuck.
Genuinely funny guy. Same thing with Jon Stewart. I don't agree with him politically, but he's a funny guy. Hollywood is not trying to pretend that Samantha Bee is funny. She's not funny. She's not edgy. She's fucking stupid. She's terrible. Her show's on TBS. I don't want to fucking hear it. And Trevor Noah's the biggest joke ever passed on the fucking.
That's the Negro,
But
right?
they have no balls either because instead of firing Trevor Noah, they keep building other shows around him with white guys to do the same thing. Like the opposition.
How can she be on TBS if she's not funny? Isn't their tagline very funny?
Oh no, it's very funny that a woman's trying to have a show. This whole show's the joke, you know. Enough. It's same. Look. Like I said, Trevor Noah. They're replacing everybody around him with other shows that were like Jon Stewart because they do not have the balls to fire him. His show sucks. The ratings always tank. He can't even read well. Like you could tell he doesn't do good jokes because all his jokes are written and they're so about. And anyway, I'm saying it with an accent, so it's funny. No, it's not. You're not fucking funny. You're not witty. You should know. There was 500 other people that should have replaced Jon Stewart before you. Before you.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Fucking terrible because they wanted to put a black guy in there. There's funnier black people that should have replaced you. Enough. I'd rather have Bill Cosby in there because at least you know he fucking parties.
I'd rather have Aziz Ansari in there
because at least you know he fucking parties.
Yeah, exactly. This guy fucks.
I guess it. Yes, Aziz Ansari's had some balls if he's allegedly doing what he's saying. Considering how short he is, because I know a lot of women that could probably knock him the fuck out.
Maybe he's tough too. He's Indian though.
Oh, you're right.
You know?
You're right. No, what's tough about them is usually the bottom of their feet and their toenails and the disgusting fucking sandals they wear.
He's like, hey, I'm Aziz Ansari. I want to pretend my dick's a nuke and your vagina's Pakistan. Brr.
Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. That's how you donate to us, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us today. No interview, but we even treated you better
that
than
went
an interview.
fast.
Make sure you listen
Oh,
to...
wait, this just in. Ian Miles Chung has decided he does want to come on our show. Oh, wait, no, now he doesn't.
Okay, good.
It was a little joke.
Joe. Cousin Joe show.
Hi. Yes, Thursday nights usually.
Sometimes.
Barely.
7 p.m. Eastern on cousinjoeshow.com, more like radio.com.
Maybe I'll be on your show this week. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. We'll be picking our Google Home Patreon winner tomorrow. We will let everybody know. Just follow on YouTube, and you'll see the results. We will no show tomorrow, right? So see you after the holidays? We'll see you guys after the holidays.
Can I just say thank you to all the very, very cool listeners you have in the chat who are complimenting me like the last 2 days.
It's not. You're funny.
They're really awesome.
Yeah, don't get too cozy with them, though. They're terrible people.
No, but I'm not
They're
used to getting
terrible,
compliments, so it's
terrible
really
people.
nice to see. So thank you.
Joe's
I know I sound
knowing Joe, he's
faggy.
probably already fallen in love already.
I'm just saying it's nice. Thank you.
So
I'm just being.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Look, everyone, seriously, have a Merry Christmas. Have fun with your family. Try to cut the shit politics. We're even saying it when you're around your family. Just be
Merry
happy.
Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas. We'll see you after the New Year, a little bit after the New Year, because I'm going to be gone too. Make sure you follow our YouTube, our Facebook, all that stuff. We're going to be doing pop-up little single shows every once in a while. I'll be doing some stuff from Puerto Rico. And I know, right? I'm doing this for you guys. We're out of here, guys.